He didn't see it coming. Rio Ferdinand's take on Man United misfit as turnaround is almost complete. The former Manchester United star analysed the Champions League quarter-finals on TNT Sports. Rio Ferdinand believes Jadon Sancho is now proving a point to Manchester United after the player's fallout with Erik Ten Hag. Sancho sealed a loan move to former club Borussia Dortmund in January after a public spat with the United manager, and has now helped the German club reach the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League. Dortmund stunned Atletico Madrid 4-2 in their quarter-final second leg at Signal Iduna Park on Tuesday night, winning the tie 5-4 aggregate after they'd trailed 2-0 at one stage in the first leg. Sancho didn't get on the scoresheet in either game but has been widely praised for his displays since rejoining BVB, with Ferdinand among those to laud the English winger. "We asked for Sancho to put in a performance, a lot to prove, and he's showing it," said Ferdinand on TNT Sports. He's left Manchester United under a cloud. He's now in a Champions League semi-final against PSG. Who could have written that script? He wouldn't have seen that coming. Sancho took to social media himself after playing his part in Dortmund's triumph on Tuesday night. On X he wrote, "Semi-finals. Great fight from the team today. Combat siege. If you have a mouse, play this game for 1 minute and see why everyone is addicted. War Thunder. Play War Thunder now for free." By Taboola-sponsored links. Dortmund will now face Paris Saint-Germain in a two-legged semi-final, with the first leg on April 30th or 31 and the second leg on May 7th or 8, for a place in the final at Wembley. Sancho could well find himself coming up against an English club in the final should they get there, with both Manchester City and Arsenal in contention for the last four. Gary Neville makes Erik Ten Hag sack prediction with clear Man United target for Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Erik Ten Hag faces an uncertain future as Manchester United manager, and former club captain Gary Neville believes one result could force Sir Jim Ratcliffe into a huge decision. Gary Neville believes Erik Ten Hag could be sacked if Manchester United don't win the FA Cup this season. The Reds will lock horns with Coventry City at Wembley in the semi-final on Sunday, April 21st, and need a result following a disappointing 2023-24 campaign so far. United haven't won the FA Cup since 2016, beating Crystal Palace in extra time, despite having reached the final twice since, losing to Chelsea and Manchester City in 2018 and 2023 respectively. Even if the Reds manage to see off Mark Robins' side, they will face either Chelsea or City in the final. Speaking on the Gary Neville podcast, the former United captain claims the club's season will be over if they don't defeat Coventry. As quoted by Sky Sports, the 49-year-old said, "They have just got to get to the end of the season and win the FA Cup, which is not going to be easy. They have to win next weekend as the season will be over if they don't." Erik Ten Hag has got to look at this season, whereby he could finish his first two seasons with 2 trophies in the bank, one in each season. That should never be sniffed at. Neville says that the Reds' season is not the only thing on the line on Sunday, with Ten Hag's future also resting on the result. There's nothing left to say about some of the league performances we're seeing and some of the things we're watching, the tweets and the likes. We've said it so many times before. But what we can say is that Erik Ten Hag's future is largely dependent on the FA Cup, as their performances in the league are gone. They are not going to change. Now what we are seeing is how they will finish the season. It seems like the players have switched off away from home at times. At home, they have to turn on as there's 75,000 people who won't allow them to get away with it. The Man United fans, they never stop away from home and they are watching some really dodgy stuff. They never turn against the team or manager and they have been dealt with some right guff. But the FA Cup is everything. Alan Shearer and Gary Lineker have predicted a Manchester derby in the FA Cup final. Speaking on the Rest is Football podcast, Match of the Day presenter Lineker said, "The odds are probably in favour of another all-Manchester final, the first one of which was just about a year ago. It could be another repeat." Meanwhile, the former Newcastle United striker agreed, "It wouldn't surprise me." You can imagine them sat there thinking, come on, we all want Coventry, which is understandable, but Man United got them. It's not going to be easy for them, by the way. I was really impressed with Coventry. Mark Robins is doing an unbelievable job. The way they fought back was really, really impressive. It was no fluke, they deserved it. They were brilliant, Coventry. But it's understandable everyone wanted them in the semi-final. Manchester United news: Kobbie Mainoo offered a new deal. Discover Manchester United's proactive approach to securing the future of promising talent Kobbie Mainoo with a lucrative contract extension. Manchester United is poised to secure the future of promising talent Kobbie Mainoo with a lucrative contract extension, signalling their commitment to nurturing young talent. The 18-year-old winger has emerged as a key figure under manager Erik Ten, attracting attention with his performances on the pitch and garnering interest from part owners Ineos. Amidst speculation surrounding Mainoo's future, Manchester United is taking proactive steps to ensure his continued presence at Old Trafford. According to renowned transfer reporter Fabrizio Romano, discussions are underway to extend Mainoo's contract, with Ineos keen to integrate him as a prominent figure in their new project. Romano's tweet indicates that the proposed deal would include a substantial salary increase for Mainoo, underlining his significance to the club's long-term plans. Mainoo's rise to prominence and international recognition. Mainoo's meteoric rise through the ranks of Manchester United's academy has been nothing short of remarkable. Having joined the club at 9, he has progressed rapidly to establish himself as a vital component of the first-team squad under Ten Hag's stewardship. With 27 appearances across all competitions this season, Mainoo has showcased his versatility and talent, contributing 3 goals and 2 assists to the team's cause. Furthermore, Mainoo's impressive performances have not gone unnoticed on the international stage. During the recent international break, he earned his maiden call-up to the England national team, delivering standout displays against formidable opponents like Brazil and Belgium. His inclusion in the senior squad underscores his immense potential and reaffirms Manchester United's reputation as a breeding ground for top-tier talent. Manchester United's commitment to nurturing young talent remains steadfast, with Mainoo representing the latest success story in their illustrious academy. Ineos' endorsement of the club's youth-centric approach further underscores their dedication to promoting homegrown talent and building for the future. With Mainoo poised to follow in the footsteps of other academy graduates like Alejandro Garnacho and Willy Cambuala, Manchester United's conveyor belt of talent shows no signs of slowing down. Manchester United's pursuit of a contract extension for Kobbie Mainoo reflects their proactive approach to securing the future of promising young players. As the club strives to build a competitive squad under the leadership of Erik Ten and the backing of Ineos, Mainoo's continued development and potential impact on the team make him a valuable asset for the future success of Manchester United. Kobbie Mainoo has named perfect midfield partner, but Man United must ignore him and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Man United are expected to sign a midfielder in the summer, and Kobbie Mainoo has named his perfect partner. I'd say Scholes, although there might not be a lot of defending happening between the two of us, said Kobbie Mainoo when asked to name his perfect midfield partner. Mainoo was given a choice between Manchester United players from the past and present and picked Scholes for his passing, movement, intelligence and the way he could finish. The 18-year-old is an articulate young man and smiled when suggesting that, although he'd love to play with Scholes, the pairing would probably be too attack-minded. Sources close to Mainoo have likened him to a student of the game, and he understands the midfield would be left compromised with 2 number 8s playing together, especially when considering that Bruno Fernandes would be ahead of them in his attacking midfield position. A midfield of Scholes, Mainoo and Fernandes would be perfect in a FIFA video game, but it wouldn't work in reality because that trio would leave the backline exposed. Fernandes plays in an advanced position, Scholes had an eye for goal and